The University of Michigan fight song. Not exactly what you'd expect to hear the moment you cast your vote using DC's online voting system. But that's what some college kids managed to accomplish, hacking the website just 36 hours after given the go-ahead. Putting a positive spin on it, DC officials say the hacking was a good thing, part of a challenge to test a prototype online voting system aimed at boosting voter turnout. Here's why. In the 2008 election, just over 56% of voters turned out. Look back to 2000, we barely cracked the 50% mark. Not everyone thinks this virtual world voting thing's going to work out, though. And joining us tonight to talk a little bit more about the online voting debate, Roki Suleiman, Executive Director of the D.C. Board of Elections and Ethics, and Pam Smith, President of Verified Voting. I want to thank you both for joining us. Roki, I'm going to start with you because the primary is so fresh in all of our minds and how long it felt like it took for you guys to get results in the first place. Please tell us you're not instituting this thing in the next couple of weeks, this online voting.
Well, no, actually, this was a test environment, first and foremost. We want to tell everybody that the hacking was done in a test environment. This was going to be rolled out for our overseas and military voters only. This wasn't going to be used for voters within the district or voters within the United States.
But not this coming election, right? Not in 3 weeks.
Well, we're going to be rolling it out, but only to download the ballots, and the voters will have to print them out and mail them back to us, not to upload the ballots back to us on the internet. So only half of it's going to be rolled out.
All right, and Pam Smith, maybe you can explain to us why you think the whole concept of online voting, this aside, what Roki's talking about, which is just downloading a ballot and then mailing it in, but the concept of actually casting a ballot online is a bad idea in your opinion.
Sure. Well, here's the thing. First, I want to say Roki and I agree on a lot of things, and I think using the technology responsibly is a great thing. And a responsible way to use it is to speed up the process of getting ballots to our men and women in uniform and other voters who are overseas, because they haven't had a fair shake for a lot of years. And this is going to really make a much better window for them to be able to vote and get their votes back in time to be counted. The problem arises when you start using electronic transmission of a voted ballot, because it's the internet. The internet is not secure, and this particular internet can't be made secure. So well, it's not really the system.
The Pentagon gets hacked, right, Pam? I mean, if the Pentagon's getting hacked, I think the D.C. Board of Elections is going to have its issues, too.
Maybe they play the Ohio fight song when they hack the Pentagon.
Right.
I don't know, but yes.
Well, Roki, what is your ultimate plan here? Because this isn't a great start.
Well, what we're looking to do is try to improve the system for overseas military voters. They're already sending ballots back to us electronically. They send the ballots back through an email or a fax. Both of those, the voters don't have secrecy at all, and email is much less secure than what we're currently using. The goal is to try to find a way to get our overseas and military voters a quick and speedy ballot process.
Right, I understand that point, but Roki, why is the online system, why do you have more faith than Pam does in making sure it doesn't get hacked?
Well, the issue is that election officials across the country are looking at online voting in some way or another, and we're looking to try to do it in a responsible fashion. We want to do it in an open source area, and we want to get the community involved and help us make this a better system. It's going this way. People expect us to have some sort of internet voting in the next, I would say, decade.
Pam, do you agree with that? It's going this way, and it's going to happen no matter what? I mean, listen, elected officials, if they get put into power under fraud, that is an enormous undercurrent for a democracy to work on.
It's a terrible problem. Look, these guys got into this system through this test, which I really applaud the District of Columbia for doing a public test like this, because it demonstrates some of the vulnerabilities. They got inside the system inside of 36 hours. And if they can do it from Ann Arbor, they don't have to be here to do it, then they can do it from Caracas, or they can do it from Karachi, or they can do it from anywhere. And that's the problem. So I think that there are ways which we can work together. Love the open source, love the public test. Don't love the electronic return of voted ballots.
And Roki, while I have you here on a related note, can you promise us tonight, here and now, that we're going to have more timely results in the next couple of weeks for the next election?
Certainly. You should expect the results much earlier than the last time we had the election in September.
All right, Roki Suleiman, Pam Smith. Hey, Roki, next time you have some kids hack the website, though, in a test phase, can you maybe have them play Hail to the Redskins instead of Hail to the Victors?
We'll work on that.
Okay. Roki Suleiman and Pam Smith, we appreciate both of your time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get ready for a